friends, and welcome to another episode of Make It Monday with me, your host, Laura Buechler from Inkyfingers Papercrafting, always here on a Monday to remind you that creativity is fun, creativity is good for us, and creativity is for everyone. One of the ways that I love to exercise my creativity is by making cards and sharing them with you. And that's what we're going to do once again on Make It Monday today. Don't forget to stick around till the end of the video because our fabulous friend Stevie will be coming back to tell us who's going to win one of the cards that we checked out last week. Thank you so much, Stevie. We'll see you again at the end. All right, I have got so much good stuff to show you today, Stampers, so let's just jump right into it. I have got a whole batch of cards here. Check this out. They're all the same layout. They use a few different papers and a couple of different stamp sets. So, hey, Suzanne, thanks for tuning in. Okay, check this out. For the coolest pet dad, this is your day. Happiest birthday to you. Love you, sister. This is a fun one. Aunt, sister, mom, grandma, daughter. We have more than one role that we play in life, right? Number one, mom. Dad, you're the best. And happy Father's Day, grandpa. Okay, this is just eight. This is 8 ideas of what you can do with the She's the Greatest stamp set and He's the Greatest stamp set. These are both available at stampinup.ca on the online exclusives. Let me show you where you can check out the online exclusives. There we go. So these 2 fabulous stamp sets, which obviously are meant to work together, and you can just create so many wonderful, specific, customized sentiments. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you a really quick, fun card layout, and then we're going to finish a couple of cards to show you all the different things you can do with the sentiments. All right, so I have got my stack of supplies right over here. I've got a few different papers. This is the Thankful Garden paper. It's black and white on one side, and then this is, I always forget the name of this, but I have it written down. It is Florals in Bloom, and it has a whole bunch of our in colors in it. So you can guess we've got some for the dudes, some for the ladies. Let's get started with taking this layer for each of the cards, and we're going to cut it in half diagonally, corner to corner. Hey, Carol, thanks for tuning in. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to actually cut these both at the same time. I'm going to be really wild and crazy. So what I'm doing is I've got my corner and my corner lined up in the track of my trimmer. And this is something I always teach when I do the Tame Our Trimmers class. When you're cutting diagonally, you don't want to start at the corner. That will be really hard for your trimmer blade to handle. Instead, you want to put your blade down somewhere in the middle of that cardstock. Doesn't matter where. And just hold your cardstock really firmly in place while you cut to one corner and then to the other. And it didn't go quite all the way through, but that's okay. I can just cut through again. I'm going to start in the middle. There we go. Okay, so now we've got 4 triangles. Our next step is I'm going to get my Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss machine and this really cool Forever Plaid folder. This is one that I've been using a lot. It's just such a great background design. It's got texture and interest, but it doesn't kind of take over the card, but it just adds a lot of, like I say, interest to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 of my triangles into the Forever Plaid folder. And why the heck not do a yellow and gray at once and then the other yellow and gray at once. Now, you can do, of course, a few different things with this embossing folder. If you want it to be perfectly lined up and straight and, you know, well, honestly, I'm going to tell you, these lines are kind of not ruler straight. That's a little bit of the interest of them, is that they're a little bit off, which makes them look artisty. But you could line this up, you know, exactly perfectly straight. This is not my vibe, as you probably know. I want it to be kind of funky and fun and different. So, whoops, there we go. I'm going to put it down like that, kind of make it go diagonally. And I just find that that looks really fun and cool. Well, hello, Sue Wiley. My goodness. Haven't chatted with you in ages. How are you doing? Okay, so we are done with the embossing machine. We've got 4 fantastic triangles. And here, let's zoom back in. Akimbo! You know I love the word akimbo, Mark. All right, look at that. Look at that akimbo plaid. It's just fun. I should probably change my name to the Akimbo Stamper. Okay, Mark, I heard you had a market last weekend selling your pens. Tell us all about how that went. And tell us when's the next time that we can come and buy some of your pens, because they're really cool. I have one right here. There's a little commercial for Mark right in the middle of my Make It Monday video. That's what happens when you're a loyal fan. All right, so I'm going to start out with just 2 of these. And I'm going to grab 2 of my basic thick basic white card bases. And these are going to go on like so. Love the word akimbo. Oh, Sue, I'm so glad you love that word. It's a great word. And when I first started using it at class, nobody knew what I was talking about, because I guess it's kind of I don't know, I guess it's an unusual word. But it just says exactly what I want to say. Anyway, if you're very patient, which I usually am, but on Make It Monday, I'm going to be a little bit speedier for the sake of all of you and your valuable time. When I'm attaching a triangle like this, I like to put a dot of glue right at each corner, just because it's very hard for my big, thick adhesive to get all the way into that corner, you see? So that's a tip for if you decide to make yourself a stack of these cards. And I certainly recommend that you do, because they're so dang easy. And then you can make a really specific, wonderful card for everybody you know, with whatever sentiment you choose to have. Okay, so our next step, I'm going to attach all of these layers. And this is the, see, I've already forgotten the name again, Florals in Bloom. I have my list right there. That's why I keep looking over there. Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper. Very pretty. And I'm popping that onto a Petunia Pop layer. And then I have the Thankful Garden. And the thing about black and white, as you may know, it goes with everything. So oh dear, my adhesive's out. Time to change the adhesive. Yes, there it is. Okay, Mark says, I had a friend who had a table who sold 2 pens and 2 holders. We are discussing a table at the Thursday night market. Ooh, fantastic. That would be exciting to be at the Thursday night market. If you find out any information about that, Mark, please keep me posted, because I'm very interested in doing the Thursday night market too. And I sent a message to the organizers last summer, so almost a year ago, and have never heard back. So if you have any better luck, please keep me posted. Okay, so as I was saying, the thing about black and white is that it goes with everything. So I just arbitrarily chose Blueberry Bushel and Basic Gray to go with the black and white designer series paper that I had selected. So another thing that we could do is put ribbon around these, but yeah, you know what? I am going to do that. Pull out my box of ribbon. Look at my great big box of ribbon here, folks. This is how I keep it organized, quote unquote. I just have all the rolls in a box, and they're sort of in order by color. And no, I don't really pay attention to what's expired and what's not, because it's ribbon, man. Let's do this. Okay, that'll match. So I have got Cloud Cover ribbon, which is one of our new in colors. And then I have got Darling Duckling, which is also one of our new in colors. And I'm going to, just like so, put some good generous adhesive on the back of here and cut my ribbon a little bit wider than that panel. And now that I know how long that is, I can just dart over here and do the same thing on the Darling Duckling. Expired. Yeah, I will not eat the ribbon. You're right. I should have said retired, not expired. Here's Mark. He keeps me honest. I have to say, Mark is one of the, he's probably, no, I have had one other man come to my card class, but he is the man who's been the most often to card class, e.g. more than once. And he is probably one of my favorite people to have at card class because he is in awe of everything. He's excited about all the things that he learns. He loves asking questions. He thinks everything that everybody is creating is wonderful. And all of those things are true all the time, whether Mark is there to comment on them or not. But it's awfully fun to have somebody who's just so enthusiastic and excited to be at card class. So I always love it when he's here on Make It Monday too, because he's always got fun comments, keeping me in line. Okay, so here's the basic layout of our cards. Looking good so far, right? Now, I took a couple of extra steps before I started the video, and I cut out some shapes. Just for the sake of not making you sit through it and watch me do a bunch of die cutting, I already did it. So these ones are from Stylish Shapes. This one is from Textured Notes. And these two are from Nested Essentials. So I'm going to start with, I want to make one that says Plant Mom, because I already made one that says Pet Dad. So I'm going to start on this one saying Plant Mom, and I want you all to give me some suggestions for what sentiment to put on this masculine one. Okay, so I'm going to put, let's see, I'll put these right here where you can see them while I do some stamping on here. So I want to see your suggestions in the comments about what sentiment I should put on this card. All right, that's your assignment while I do my stamping. All right, I've already got the stamps for World's Greatest Plant Mom, and I've got the ink pads that match what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to start with, ooh, it just occurred to me. I don't know if World's Greatest is going to fit on here, but we'll give it a try. If we do it that way, it'll fit. Why not? Why not make our stamp akimbo too, right? Yeah, World's Greatest. Okay, and I'm going to grab my Timid Tiger. World's Greatest Plant Mom. And then what are we going to have at the bottom? A little plant. I'm almost finished stamping. I hope that you're all coming up with some good suggestions. World's Greatest Green Thumb is a great suggestion, but I don't have a stamp that says Green Thumb, Mark. Stay focused, my friend. Here we go. World's greatest plant mom. And look, it's going to go on this card that's got all these flowers. How perfect is that? Okay, loving it. What are we going to put on our masculine card? Is it going to be for a dad, a grandpa, a papa, an uncle, a son, or a guy? Hey, guy. All right, let's see. Let's grab some dimensionals and put this on. Okay, oh, on the black one, world's greatest uncle. Sure, great suggestion, Sue. Let's make it world's greatest uncle. Okay. Oh my goodness. World's greatest guy, says Suzanne. That's good too. Okay, world's greatest plant mom we've got. And I'm going to take a little bit more of my Darling Duckling ribbon and loop it through here and tie a little knot. There we go. Look at that. We got a card done already. My desk is a complete disaster outside of this little square that you can see. It's a huge mess. Isn't crafting fun? Okay, so let's choose. I think we're going to go with, okay, world's greatest. Actually, we've already used world's greatest. We used world's greatest on the plant mom. Let's use something else. How about for the coolest? Ooh, for the coolest. We're going to say for the coolest guy. All right. Maybe we can do something fun with these little arrows too. For the coolest guy. Let's get some blocks for our stamps. Hey, have you all been taking advantage of the buy one, get one sweet sale? I put it in order the other day, and man, I'm so stoked with the deals that I got, and I'm going to be putting in another order probably the end of this week. You usually do the knot while still attached to the roll, then you use less. Suzanne, that's a great tip. I'm going to do that on the next card so I can demonstrate exactly what you're saying. Okay, this is the card we're doing. We've picked some pretty small words, so I think we're going to use, actually, maybe we use this one. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. I'm imagining all this in my mind. All right, so I've got black ink, blueberry bushel, and basic gray to create our sentiment here. For the coolest guy. Very good. Yes. Okay, Carol approves. Fantastic. Now, don't forget, while you're watching me stamp this, that you can win one of these cards, any of the cards that I've shown today. You'll get a chance to win when you share the video. So go ahead and do that while you're watching, or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and do that because sharing the video really helps the Facebook algorithm know that we have fun on Make It Monday, and it helps share, or it helps spread the Stampin' word to more people, and that's what we love. For the coolest guy. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little arrow there. I wanted to put it on the side, but there's not quite enough room. Okay. Memento black. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to be bold. Oh my gosh. It looks good. For the coolest guy. Oh, that's so funny. All right, I want to put something else in here. You're the best. I'm going to add you're the best. For the coolest guy, you're the best. There it is. And that's going to go in the blue ink as well. See, once you get creating, just the ideas just flow, right? You get some shapes, you get some cool stamps, you get some coordinating colors with your ink pads. And it just comes together so quickly. How flippin' fun is that, right? Okay, let's get this popped onto our card. Got some dimensionals here. All right. Thank you, people, for giving me hearts and thumbs up. That, like I said, it makes a difference. Really appreciate it. Facebook algorithm is challenging. So all those little things really make a difference. Okay. All right. For the coolest guy, you're the best. Oh my gosh. I wonder who the coolest guy is. Whoever it is, they're the best. All right, that looks awesome, right? Hello, Alexina. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so we're going to use Suzanne's tip of tying the knot while the ribbon is still attached to the roll, and then you use less ribbon. So last time I just cut it off, and then I tied the knot, and just hoped that I had the right amount, and I probably used more than I needed to. So this time, I've tied the knot while it's still on the roll, and then that way I can just trim it right off. First of all, you'll never use less than you need because you're using it right away. And then there it is. Oh my gosh, what a great card. What a great tip from Suzanne. Fantastic. Okay, so we have made now 2 cards. Do we want to make 2 more? I'll let you answer while I tidy up my desk space here. I have all the materials already cut and ready. We just have to decide on some more sentiments. Yes. Carol says yes. Sue says yes. Mark says of course. Oh my gosh. Okay, 2 more cards it is. So start thinking about what sentiment you use then, friends, because you know I'll be asking suggestions. I can't think of everything all by myself. Well, not as much fun. All right, stamps are clean. On with the next set of cards. They're going to look very similar, but have different words, right? Okay. Let's do this. You need to see, yes, you're very right. Okay, here we go. Here's our 2 sets of stamps. Okay, sister and brother, those are great suggestions. Awesome. I'm going to do my gluing over here to the side so I don't get in the way of looking at the sentiments. Oh, that's fantastic. What options? Plant one on me using the plant picture. Okay, Mark, you are so creative and I love it. When you come up with, oh, there we go. I'm trying to make this like not have the glare on it from the lamp. There we go. Let's just move the lamp. Okay. You could put, let's see. Plant. Where's our plant? Plant. You could put plant and pet me. You would have to write the me in there. But that would be a very, very forward card. I love it. Isn't he great, Sue? I tell ya. He's a fun one. Okay, plant one on me using the plant picture. Is that a cat and a dog? Yes. Look at this one I made on the weekend for the coolest pet dad. And there's a paw print and a cat and a dog. Also, incidentally, that's the only dog stamp I've ever seen that looks like the dog I used to have. It looks like Pixel. Usually dog stamps don't look anything like a greyhound, but that one does. Okay. Sue, what suggestion have you got? You love the pet mom and dad, or the pet dad? Yeah, it's so cute with the cat and the dog and the paw print. Very, very cute. Okay, I've got those. I've got those. Where's my little triangles? They're somewhere. Let's take a little time out while we figure out where. A little akimbo, yes. Yes, Sue, I love it. It's good to be a little akimbo, I believe. Okay, I put this lamp back. Still looking for my triangles. Oh, there they are. They're way over here. Okay. All right, I think we've probably got the suggestions that we need. I'm still busy putting these pieces together. Oh, I've taught everybody the word akimbo. That's my accomplishment for the day. That's fantastic. Okay. We'll pop our yellow triangle here and our basic gray triangle here. And we've got our panels, and we're going to put some ribbon on there. All right. It's going to be about that long. Just like I'm stamping, getting to help choose. Yes, it's fun to help choose, right? So, yes, I was talking about the BOGO sale. That's what I was talking about before. Every item in every suite, including the suites themselves, buy one, get one half off. You've got to pay attention when you are putting your order in, and you'll be able to see this quite easily. It shows right in your shopping cart which items are being discounted, because it's always going to be the cheapest items that are discounted. Of course it is. That's how sales work, right? Not before cut. That's right, Mark. Yeah, this is where I'm going with this. So yes, if you put 2 suites in your cart, one of them will be discounted 50%, and you'll be able to see that because it will pop up with a little pink offer banner, and of course the price will be discounted. If you then put 2 sets of embellishments in your cart, then the suite will no longer be discounted. It will now be the 2 sets of embellishments that are discounted. At least that's the case if you're choosing embellishments that are from a suite. Okay, the sale only applies to items that are from a suite. So I've had a couple customers take advantage of the sale and get some really, really awesome deals. Like I said, I've also taken advantage of the sale. Wow, my phone is in a really weird place. There we go. Better. Okay. So yes, you have until June 30th, which is 14 days away. So don't miss out on that. Okay, I think we're going to do like this and like this and like this. So what do we got? I got to scroll back through the comments here. Sister, brother, cat and dog. Okay, I'm not seeing any actual comments. I mean, I'm seeing lots of comments. I'm not seeing any suggestions for what these sentiments are going to look like, other than we want sister and brother. So let's get those out. Brother and sister. They even have, I got to point this out, because of course we have she's the greatest and we have he's the greatest. And you all know I'm a little obsessed with gender neutral language, e.g., don't ever call me guys. I cannot stand it. Guys is not gender neutral. Not everybody identifies as a guy. Anyway, even in the he's the greatest and she's the greatest stamp set, we do have a couple of gender neutral options. I'm sad that we don't have a sibling in here, but we do have human. So you can have bonus human, step human, great human. Everyone's a great human, right? Number one human, human-in-law. Great question, Sue. There is no friend stamp in this set, but there are other stamp sets that have the word friend in them. For example, Spotlight in Nature has Dear Friend. So that's one that could have been a nice addition to this card here. Aunt, sister, mom, grandma, daughter, and dear friend. That could describe someone, right? Or you could put you're the best and then friend. So yeah, we don't have friend in this set, but there are several other sets that do have it. Okay, so where are we at here? We've got brother, we've got sister, we've got stamps of the yin yang. This will be my challenge now, not to lose any of the stamps that are scattered all over my desk. I think I'm going to make this one. Let's see. We've done You're the Best, For the Coolest. How about Love You? How about Love You, Brother? That's a nice one, right? Love you, brother. Oh, the other thing. There it is. It's right down there. You can also do, because we've got mothers and fathers, and we've got day. So you could do Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day. And then you can do Happy Father's Day, Grandpa, Happy Father's Day, Dad, Happy Father's Day, Papa, etc. Right? So there's just kind of no end to the mixing and matching you could do here. Brother, love you. Okay, that's Carol says that's what we're doing. Carol, do you have a brother that you would give this to? I do not have a brother, but if I did, I would love them, and I would give them cards. Okay, so I'm going to put this over to the side here. What do we want? I think we want the blueberry ink and the gray ink. That's what I want. Okay. 3 brothers. Wow. Are they older or younger than you? And second question, what was that like growing up with 3 brothers? I only grew up with a sister, and I imagine that's quite different. Okay, love you, brother. We're going to put brother right there. They're older. Oh my gosh. 3 older brothers growing up as a girl. That sounds intense, I would guess. But I bet they were also very protective and loving of you, or at least I sure hope they were and are. Okay, so love you, brother. We're going to put it right there, just below the ribbon. I'm going to cut off the end of the banner. And we're going to pop that on with dimensionals. Where did we put the dimensionals? Half of my crafting problems come from not putting things away when I finish using them. Is that a relatable problem for you all out there? They were all very nice, says Carol. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. I was not always nice to my younger sister, but I'm pretty nice now, and I think she's forgiven me. Here we go. Love you, brother. Simple, stunning, striking, straightforward. Many other S words. Okay, now here's our card that we're going to make for a sister. Okay, so here's our sister stamp. I made, let's see here. I was going to point out, because we were talking about sentiments that are not in this set. There's no happy birthday in this set, but happiest birthday to you I took from the Round We Go stamp set. So you could put happiest birthday to you, sister. I'm going to stick with these sets because that's what I have on my desk right now. And we're going to put, ooh, have we used World's Greatest today? Yes, we did. Okay. Happy Mother's Day, sister. How about that? Sue says definitely a problem. I'm not sure what that's relating to, but oh, probably not putting things away, right? Yep, definitely a problem. Okay, happy, oh, parent. I forgot to say parent is another gender neutral one. So bonus parent, step parent, great parent. La 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 la. I guess you could mask and go grandparent. Anyway, back to what I was trying to do, which is Happy Mother's Day, sister. And yes, Mother's Day was a month ago, but you can put this card aside for later use. Day. Where's day? Okay, happy something. I'm clearly struggling here. There. You know what? Here's just like one little thing that I wish Stampin' Up! Did. I wish all of the arrangement of these stamps, when I opened it up, was the same. So that if I find Mother's Day or Mother's here, I could open it up and Mother would be here instead of having to look way down here. Oh well, nobody's perfect. Okay, what does Mark say? There are great compliment sets. You could make a sentiment that said, "Oh brother," with this set. Oh brother. Yep, you could. Okay, that reminds me of a great story. At least I think it's a great story. And I'm not going to tell you this person's name because I think they would be embarrassed. But I was crafting with one of my favorite crafters. This was a couple years ago now. And we were working on some Christmas stuff together. And she pulled out this beautiful stack of Christmas paper that she was going to use. And then she goes, "Oh no, they printed this wrong." And I said, "Oh, what's going on? What happened?" And she shows me the paper and she's like, "This is all upside down. It says oh instead of ho ho ho." Well, she was just holding it upside down. There was nothing wrong with the paper whatsoever. And as soon as she realized that, she felt really dumb. But we love her anyway, right? Of course we do. Of course we do. All right. Have you ever had a situation like that, Sue? Okay, we're going to put sister right here. And then we're going to take garden green. We're going to take day. I'm going to put that right there. Too funny, right, Carol? Yeah. We've all had our moments. A much more exciting card. Oh, Mark. I know who you're thinking about. Okay, Mother's Day. Ta-da! And then we're going to use orange right at the top for the happy. Happy Mother's Day, sister. Okay. I tell you, so many stamps. Have a look. Have a look at all those stamps. Can you see them? Just a wasteland of stamps, I say. Okay. Let's pop some dimensionals. Look at that. Last time I actually put them away where I knew how to find them. It's life-changing magic. Okay. So, what kinds of creative activity have you all been up to lately? It could be today, it could be on the weekend, it could be just sometime in the month of June. What have you been doing? Have you been making cards? Have you been knitting or painting or gardening. I don't know if I'd consider weeding to be a creative pursuit, but I will bow to the gardeners on this one because I am not one. So if you tell me it's creative, I'll believe you. All right, let's find our ribbon. There it is. And let's tie the knot. Oh, this is one that's already done. Tie the knot while it's on. Ta-ta-da, Plant Mom, Happy Mother's Day. Grad decorating. Oh, that's definitely creative. Yes, your daughter graduated, right? I think I saw her post, Carol. Congratulations to her. And congratulations to you and the rest of the family for supporting her through that. That is a tremendous accomplishment. Absolutely wonderful. And definitely worth celebrating. Okay. Let's see. We did this one. We did that one. We did, there's another one somewhere that we did today. Oh, there it is. Love you, brother. This one needs a ribbon. Photocopying a plethora of my stamp sets to put into my catalog so I can clear my desk to make cards. You know, that reminds me, Sue, of one of my favorite sayings, which is collecting the craft supplies is one hobby. Organizing the craft supplies is another hobby. Sounds like that's the one that you're onto right now. And then using the craft supplies is a third hobby. That's the one you get to do next. Look at those cards we made. Christmas card samples. Suzanne says she's doing Christmas card samples and directions, artist trading cards, and upcycled cards. Awesome. Lots of creating. That's fantastic. Oh man, I'm so pleased with these cards we made. Okay, they could of course use some embellishments. Let's find some gems. Hey, this is something, since you've stuck with me this long, this is something I did on the weekend. I organized my embellishments and I put these little tabs so I can find my pearls and my dots and my sequins. They're all tabbed. Isn't that cool? I'm proud of myself. Okay, so let's use these and these. Great cards, very nice cards. Thank you so much. Don't forget to share the video for a chance to win one of these great cards. And don't leave yet because we will be giving away a couple of cards from last week in just a moment. Okay, I've got these pecan pie and clear adhesive backed dots. I'm going to use these for my my dude cards. Nice clear dots go on everything. Love you, brother. Fantastic. Isn't it awesome? If you are a lucky winner and win one of these cards next week by sharing the video, you're going to get to pick which specific one you want. So you'll get to say whether you want the one for the plant mom or the number one brother or whatever it is that you choose. Okay. Plant Mom is getting some cute decorations. Plant Mom needs a yellow one right up here. And Happy Mother's Day, sister. There we go. And a pink one over there. You can tell I'm pleased with these cards because I'm just like humming to myself about how cute they are. Okay, shared. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. Okay, now time to give away some of the cards that we made last week. And while I'm getting ready to do that, it seems like a great time to tell you, in addition to sharing this video, I would love if you went to inkyfingers.ca and shopped on the website to buy one or more of the fabulous products that you've seen me demonstrate either today or in a previous Make It Monday video. That is part of how I make my living, is by my Stampin' Up commission and classes and so on. So I appreciate every sale that I get. And one of the ways that I show that appreciation is a free tutorial bundle for every single person who orders. Order of any size, you're going to get a tutorial bundle from me. All right, so Stevie, come and tell us what's going on from last week. Okay, so last week we had, I showed off a ton of beautiful swap cards that I received. These 4 that are sitting here are just a sample of the ones that I showed off. And again, these are not the ones that you have to choose if you're the winner. I just couldn't put the whole stack on my desk, so I just chose these to illustrate. So we have 2 winners because I had a special contest last week, okay? The special contest was to tell me which suite was used the most in the samples, the swap cards that I showed last week. We had 2 people who named it correctly. It was the Beautiful Gallery suite. And so I did a random draw between those 2, and the winner is Suzanne. You have won a card. You get to choose any card from the swap that I showed off last week. Let me know which one you'd like to win. And then secondly, as we always have our shared contest, whoever shares the video gets a chance to win. And that winner is, that's our little drum roll, friends. Stevie, tell us who won that. Jen M. Yay! Awesome, Jen. You get to choose not just from these cards, but from any of the cards that I showed last week for the swap show off. And just drop me a message and let me know which one you would like, and I will pop that into the mail to you. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out my website, inkyfingers.ca. You'll find more project tutorials, lots of fun videos, the event calendar, the catalogs, sign up for my email newsletter, and of course, the link to shop Stampin' Up! Products and get crafty on your own at home. Have a great week, everyone. Thanks for being with me, and happy stamping. Bye-bye.